Thank you so much for being here. This is USA Global TV and Radio. I'm Dr. Jacalyn Kerbeck. I'm the president, founder, and chief listening officer here at our network, where we currently have 29 live shows each week. Our show today is A Woman's Prerogative, and our topic is to groom or not to groom. So I can't wait to introduce you to our panel. Let's bring them out. CATHY Fulton, welcome. Hello, you're on mute. That's a t-shirt, right?
Hello, how are you?
Hello, good to see you. Let's welcome Janetta Barry, who's on her fourth show today. Janetta, nice to have you with us.
Great to be back.
And let's welcome Justina MUTALE. Hello, Justina.
Hi everyone.
Hi, good to have you with us. And also our newest full-time panelist, MARISKA joining us from New Zealand, where it's a day later. Hello, Mariska. Woo.
Hello.
Nice
Happy to be here.
We're thrilled to have you with us. And we have two special guests, one of whom is a team member. So if you're familiar with our network, you know Madalene Chan. Welcome.
Hi, ladies. Hello, our viewers. Hi.
Good to have you with us. And also a wonderful person who's been a guest several times. I just love what she's doing in the world for children. Let's welcome BRACHA GOETZ. Hello.
Woo!
Hi
there. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We have two other panelists that are supposed to be here. So if they come in, I will bring them up onto the screen. So we've got our topic today, but what I'd like to do is I'd like to go around and have everybody give a little bit of background about yourselves. Keep it to 1 or 2 minutes if you will, because people are joining us all the time and they're thinking, who are these wonderful panelists? Tell us about yourself. Let's start with CATHY Fulton.
Hi, well, I have an interior design firm that I have owned for 22 years. And so basically what we do is we create beautiful spaces that people love to live in. And I also have a home care agency for the elderly. And our primary focus is providing live-in care so that people can age in place. So that's what we do.
Thank you, CATHY, very much. I appreciate it. And Janetta Barry in the Epiphany Process. Tell us about you.
The Epiphany Process was born from my going through my greatest life test and losing my 16-year-old daughter, Jenny, to suicide after she and I argued. And I had to walk the walk and talk the talk to get through that incredible loss, and have subsequently been able to help thousands of people all over the world online for the last 14, 15 years to do the same through Challenge. And I'm also founder of World Jenny's Day, held every 10th of October, where we use theatre and the arts to soften conversations and normalize conversations around feeling compromised, depressed, suicidal, and to also soften the solution side to it as well. And of course, I'm a great part of Wednesdays on USA Global TV.
Let's thank you so much, Janetta. Let's go over to Mariska. Mariska, tell us about you.
Hello. So I am coming live from New Zealand, and I am an engineer turned leadership development coach, and love to work with our engineers that sometimes find it difficult to bring those human elements into the workplace and into the environment. So that's what I do outside of USA Global TV. And then, of course, being part of the panelist and writing a children's book with Dr. Jacalyn, which I'm really excited about. So that's me.
Thank you so much, Mariska. All right, let's go over to Justina. Tell us about you, please.
Hi, I am from Zambia in Africa, and in 2012, I was honored as African Woman of the Year. I ran a foundation in my name advocating for gender equality and, of course, the empowerment of women and girls. And I have written a book entitled The Art of Iconic Leadership, Power Secrets of Female World Leaders. In that book, I highlight the natural traits that women have that make them such powerful leaders. And I call them powers. For example, the power of emotional intelligence, the power of compassion, the power of a high intellect. And my hope is to try and help the world achieve what we are calling a 50-50 planet, so we can get an equal number of women into leadership, women and girls into leadership. So that's what I advocate for. Of course, as a woman, I wear a lot of different hats and sit on numerous boards around the world and serve as patron, president, mentor, consultant, helper, assistant, this and that. So that is me.
Thank you so much, Justine. I appreciate you also. All right, and let's go over to our guests. Let's start with Madalene Chan, who recently was awarded a new title. Tell us about that, Madalene.
Oh, wow. I'm just really honored. Dr. Jacalyn gave me a title of Ambassador of Elevated Listening, Chief Listening of Consultant type of thing, liaison. And we're going to help to encourage a lot of people to sign up for the courses to elevate their listening in areas to improve all areas of their life. And also, we have some special courses that I work personally with Dr. Jacalyn about learning about trends and transcending from a 3D limited life matrix to a more life of a balance, of freedom, of 5D. So basically facing the shadow of self. And I'm an award-winning singer-songwriter, and I'm co-writing songs for one for Janetta Barry for World Jenny's Day, and a collaboration with Dr. Jacalyn for her song, and also the song for the children's book. So, oh yeah, and forgot, I'm a novelist. There, Star Child. There she is. La, 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 la. That's me.
Well done, Madalene. Thank you so much. Okay, and over to you, BRACHA. Tell us about you, please.
I'm so happy to be here amongst such great people. I love this. This is beautiful already. I'm loving it. So yeah, I say I'm the author of 40 books that help children's souls to shine, and then one memoir about my own journey to joy in life. Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much. Okay, so let's get into our topic today. And if you have any background noise, just put yourself on mute. That would be great. That's why you see I'm on mute almost every time. All right, today's topic, to groom or not to groom. And that may segue into the men's topic. I just produced their show right before this, which is what we see when we look in the mirror. So let's start off with grooming. I'll just give a little background to try to ease us into it. So when it comes to grooming, I love a lot of stuff. I love a lot of creams, this cream, that cream, it's for this, it's for that. I love makeup. I'm obsessed with mascara. I've got boxes of false eyelashes that I don't wear because I get some kind of breakout. But sometimes I wish I actually had two heads so that I could put makeup on the other one, because I was a makeup artist on the side for many years for Chanel and for Clinique and for Laura Mercier. And I just think it's a lot of fun. So when it's grooming, I'm all in. So who wants to go next?
I'll go if you want. Okay.
Yes.
Well, I remember that when I was like a young adolescent, all of a sudden, some girls became so beautiful overnight. I didn't know what happened. Like, I didn't know what they were doing. No one talked about makeup. I didn't know a thing about it till I was much older. I finally figured out what was going on, like how these people transformed into these beauties overnight, So I discovered about makeup much later, and I use it very minimally, but it makes a big difference. Just the little bit that I put on, I really like the transformation that happens when I use some eyeliner and lipstick, which is really all I'm doing right now. But the other thing is that Zoom is so great for people like me that are older. because it's not, or whatever we're using, like it's not such high resolution, so like you can't even see the wrinkles or anything. I don't know. I really think this is great. Like people tell me I look much younger than I am on these shows. So that's fun.
Thank you so much. You know, I do want to share something about that. I will think to myself, you look absolutely disgusting today. I can't believe that dress. And then I'll watch one of the shows downstairs on the TV with my mom. I'm like, yeah, I look good. Well, I don't know. It must be, it's the lighting. It's the background. I don't know what, like this background, I don't really like with my coloring, but for some people it looks really good. So, all right, I just showed it. Thank you, Brock. That was great. Who wants to go next?
I don't mind going next.
All right, go ahead.
Oh, Mariska. You know, talking about makeup, I grew up in the theatre, so makeup was a constant going on my face, even from a young age, and learning to put it on fast when you had a costume change is something, you know, I can do that very, very quickly. So for me, it's more of it's amazing what makeup can do, and I really understand, because I also identify with how these cameras and lights and Zoom and StreamYard make a big difference. And I'm always aware when people meet me in the person, they go, "Oh my God, you look so old." So I do understand with that. But I also love to slob out. Maybe it's my Africa upbringing. I love not having makeup on. I love wearing my pajamas till 2:00 in the afternoon and looking like nothing on earth. And fortunately, I'm with a man who thinks I'm amazing, whatever I'm doing. So I'm okay. So there isn't this criticism of, you know, well, I wouldn't be with a man if that was the criticism. It used to be how I used to be. But yeah, to me, it has its time and its place. When I do it and I make up, I feel like $1 million and amazing, and I love it. But I can't do it all the time. I love also just being me and everybody accepting me. They walk in the house, I haven't got makeup on. You know, it's me inside coming out.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. All right, let's go over to, I'm just going around. Let's go to Madeline next.
I have, actually, I'll tell you about the transformation. Basically, when I was younger, like in my 20s, I plastered the makeup on. I mean, so much. When I kind of had a bit of a wild night and woke up with somebody I didn't really know, I'd end up going to the toilet, making sure I put the makeup on and go back into bed to make sure I've got the makeup. To make sure I'm looking fabulous. You know, he met me the night before in a bar looking fabulous. So I needed to wake up looking fabulous. So, yeah, but then when I woke up in 2012, when I started to wake up my senses and my heart, I found the next 7 years, I made a transition from slowly decreasing the makeup, but to the point then of realizing the energy of that makeup, the way that makeup was suffered for the vanity of that makeup. So I then decided to look into how to make your own makeup. It's really strange when you start waking up and you start to have a very clairaudience, you're just very, very sensitive. So I've just gone from being a major tart with makeup, totally, like, honestly, I bought the whole load of blooming boots. Oh, sorry, I'm not meant to mention now. But I did. I was just like, whoa, I lit up the nightclub with my makeup big time. But then I just went through this, honestly, completely, where the first 5 years of waking up from 2012, I didn't wear makeup at all. at all. In fact, I was quite dreary. I even wore really boring clothes as well. But then, and it's only since coming back to England 2020 that I realized I've got to start. Actually, to be honest, Dr. Jacalyn, it's about since I met you, I started wearing makeup.
Oh no, Lord. Actually, when Madeline took us to the film and music show, and I said, "Come on, you got to put on some makeup. You got to some sparkle." So, it's very true. Thank you, Madeline. Hilarious. Let's go over to Mariska.
Ooh, to groom or not to groom? Good question. I think for me, it was what I have found is, I think throughout my life, my grooming has been fairly minimal to an extent. So I do use face creams and I do use makeup, but not, Madeline, to your point, plastering it on. I don't like things feeling heavy. And on the other hand, right, being in the engineering field and going to plants and getting dirty. I mean, I worked on a power station for about 12 odd years. So you have dust and you have all sorts of stuff. So putting on makeup in that environment sort of, it nullifies the whole process. So I didn't really do that. And then once I started to not work in the power station and sort of, again, to your point, being on the show, you have a tendency to look after your appearance. I mean, the poor other people that see us, right? I don't want them to be shocked. And sort of go, you know what, we'll only listen to the show because watching it's just not doing it for me. So yes, there's a little bit of increased grooming that happens, and it feels good. It feels good to pamper ourselves every now and again. Well, that's the way I feel about it.
Thank you, Mariska. Apparently, I'm responsible for people needing therapy at this point. So, oh my gosh. I don't know how we missed you, Kathy, but I'll come right back to you, Justina. Let's go over to you.
Yeah, like BRACA, I came very late to the idea of wearing makeup. I think I was about 25 or somewhere around there. But also I learned that grooming, first of all, is very important. One always has to look presentable. And of course, one has to match the occasion. So when I worked full time, I used to work in the Commonwealth Secretariat. And of course, bless her soul, the Queen was our head of... she was the head of the Commonwealth. And of course, I found that is such a prestigious place. And my office was in what used to be, I think once upon a time, it's called Marlborough House and used to be a palace. So I had to dress accordingly. And of course, I had to be groomed to get into that office. Although some people were not as groomed as I was, and they used to get shocked that I was always so, almost to call it impeccable. But for me, I think that grooming and how you appear to the people, one, it's your own self-respect, and of course, the respect of the people that you are going to meet. So I do makeup depending on where I'm going to. If I had a choice, I don't have a makeup artist with me at home. That's why I am appearing like this. But for TV, I'd love to have had a little bit more makeup, because I know when I go to an in-person TV studio, first of all, they do makeup on you before you can go onto the screen. So that is what I would prefer. But of course, I do in my daily life, I do very minimal makeup, but that doesn't take away the fact of having one properly groomed depending on the occasion that you are going to. So that is what I believe about grooming.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. And I've seen some of those impeccable outfits, Justina. Amazing, especially with the hats and everything's coordinated. It's absolutely beautiful. Let's go over to Kathy Fulton. Tell us about you, Kathy. To groom or not to groom?
So when I have meetings and appointments, and I know that I'm going to see people, and I have to put on makeup. But on the weekends, if I'm not meeting with somebody, then I won't wear any at all. I'm too tired. But you all have heard me talk about my 91, almost 92-year-old mother that lives with me. And so she goes everywhere with me, and she will not leave the house without looking all dolled up. So we have to get her. She's the priority. So we have to get her looking fabulous. And then, there's very little energy left for me. But there are some of my clients, particularly like with my home care agency, that I've had for years, and they have seen me look like I've just been working in the yard when I've really been working in the yard, meaning no makeup, gross. Sometimes I just have to go over very quickly. There are different emergencies that arise, all different kinds of emergencies. And sometimes I'm just too damn tired, and I just show up and I apologize. And but for example, a couple of weekends ago, I had to go over to a home care client, and of course, my mom was with me, and I was like, okay, so Mom, we're going to leave in about 30 minutes. And her question is always, okay, what are you going to wear? And I'm like, I'm wearing this, which was, I'd been out in the yard watering, hair in a ponytail, ball cap on, no makeup, Carmex lip gloss. That's it. And I'm like, so yeah, I'm wearing this. And she's like, you are? And I'm like, yes, I am. And she's like, no. And this is the no filter of an elderly woman. She looks at me and she's like, oh, please don't. Oh, please. Oh, please don't, Kathy. These are your clients. And I'm like, I don't care. And she's like, oh my God. And so then, another example is if I haven't seen Joe all weekend, because on the weekends that he has his 13 and 15-year-old sons, they stay at his house. And so then, I just stay with my mom at my house, and she'll say, okay, so when is Joe going to be here? And I'll be like, it's Sunday night after he takes the boys home. And so she'll be watching the clock, and, cause he'll usually come on, around 8:00, and on Sunday nights after he drops them off, and she'll be like, okay, so it's 7:30. When are you going to get dressed? And I'm like, what, dressed for bed? And she's like, no, Joe's coming over. You need to do something. And I'm like, I'm not doing anything. And she's like, but what's he going to say? And I'm like, he's really smart. He's not going to say a damn thing, Because, if he wants to go at it about how bad I look, I can throw a few punches with him, and she's like, oh my God, you're never going to keep him. You're never going to keep him. And I'm like, let him go. If he needs a movie star to climb into bed with, it's been 10 years. It's like, I don't care.
Oh my gosh. Your mom, I love it. Classic.
Oh yeah. But it was a few weekends ago when we were going over to those clients, and she was just like, oh God, no, you can't go looking like that. Do something with your hair. Because it'll be so bad. I don't brush it. I'm so tired, and I'm so sick and tired of having everything to look in place. I'm like, screw it. I'm putting it in a ponytail. I don't want to brush it. I'm putting a ball cap on, and that's it. And I'm like, if you don't like it, you can stay here. I'm driving. That's what it is. Sorry. Mortified.
Kathy, you always make me laugh. I love it. Thank you.
Just,
Oh, wow.
so there you have it.
There you have it. All right. So my next question, and I just want anybody, we're just going to go back and forth while we're here. So when you look in the mirror, this is what the guys talked about today on Wild at Heart. When you look in the mirror, do you like what you see? Do you go, yeah, I'm checking me out, I like it? Or do you go, oh. So I'll just start with me because why not? So I have here in the studio, I'd love to show, I have huge mirrors. They're all over the place. And sometimes I'll back up and go, yeah, that stomach's sticking out a little bit, but you know what? 59 and a half, you look pretty darn good. And other times I'll be like, oh, look at this. It's still there. My hair needs to be colored. I just colored it the other day. My skin doesn't look good. And then I'll just have to stop because I'm exhausted and I have to do affirmations and be grateful for all the things that I do have. That being said, I wish my mother would have told me that after 57, your skin doesn't look like it used to look. So anybody who's not 57 yet, I'm letting you know now. So there it is.
Thank you. I'll remember.
Perfect. So what happens when you look in the mirror? You like what you see? Bracha, you look like you're really pondering this.
Yeah, well, one thing that comes up is when we look in the mirror, again, back to the age thing, but when we look in the mirror, we feel like a big disconnect. Why do we feel that disconnect with the image that we see? Because our souls are as vibrant and young as ever. They haven't aged a bit. It's only our bodies, it's the clothing of the soul that ages. So that's why there's an automatic disconnect when we look in the mirror. Because the real essence of who we are, our spiritual essence, is infinitely young. It's never going to age. It's full of energy, as vibrant as ever. And what we're seeing is the covering that is aging. So there's always that just really, it's a disconnect. And we have to remember why it makes sense. And it's really, like, I think in a sense, as we get older, our bodies age in order for us to recognize that our essence is spiritual. We're really souls, and these bodies are temporary.
So Bracha, when you look in the mirror, do you like what you see?
If I stand far away enough, then I like what I see.
Thank you. Just jump in, anybody, please.
So every day when I'm getting dressed or not getting dressed, putting on makeup, what have you, so I look exactly like my dad, without mascara. And so I'm aging just like he did. I just, so that's the thing that I think of for, several minutes, like when I'm putting on moisturizer and everything. And I see how everything's changing. I mean, I'm 57. I'll be, no, I'm not. I was born in 65. Oh my God. That sounds weird. I'm 58. Or am I 58? 1965. See, who you hang out with is what you become. My mom has all. That's all I'm going to say. Let me do the math here. Can somebody do the math?
57, because I'm 59. I was born in 63.
Okay, so I'm 57?
Yes.
Okay, good. That makes me feel better. Okay.
Remember what I said about your skin. Not wishing you any ill will.
Oh, no, I mean, I've gone to the same person for Botox for years. And every time I go to see her, she I'll show her something new that's cropped up, and she always gives me hope about how we can fight this and ward off that. And really and truly, I don't know if you guys have ever if you go to anybody for Botox, or like kind of what your strategy is, But anyway, there is this very deep peel, and it looks like, she's shown me pictures of it, and it looks really rough. You need about 8 days of downtime, but I'm telling you what, people come out of it. It's not a facelift.
Sounds like a torture chamber.
Well, but you got to do what you got to do. But what it does is it gets off all the, all the dead skin. So anyway, I've told her, just let me know when it's time so that I can put it on my calendar, because I want to do things like that. Look, the way that I feel about the rest of it. Look, everybody sees you from at least here or here down, right? Thank God we have clothes to cover us. That's all I can for that. Particularly the older that I get. But so it's like, and I saw a model on TV. She was beautiful. This was years ago, and it was like she was doing a commercial, and her hair was this beautiful, it was like the color of JENETTA'S, beautiful, white, and I don't know, it was something about some skincare commercial, and she said, "Well, look, let me just ask you this: if your roof was caving in, wouldn't you fix it?" And I'm like, "You are spot on, sister." And I remember that. I'm like, yeah. Why not? Why not do what's available? I don't know. So anyway, so do I like what I see in the mirror? I don't know. I just, what I always say to myself, could be a lot worse. Just move on. I don't have time to focus. I don't have time to think about it. I don't weigh. I don't get on the scales, because it's a number. Trust me, I'm the first one to know if I've gained weight. I don't need a set of scales to tell me a number, because I can tell you when my feet hit the floor, I'm like, yep. Last night's dinner was not good. So I just need to lay off of it for a while, and but that's my approach, because if not, I'm going to get all caught up in everything that's wrong. And my focus is, I got to earn a living. And so that's what I think about. And the rest, it just kind of is what it is.
All right, Cathy Fulton, thank you so much for that. Who else has something to share? Hello? We're on a TV show. People are like wanting answers. Yes, Janetta.
Okay, well, yeah, I look in that mirror and I go, oh my God, I actually look 100, not 64. and I walk away, and then I
remind sure you're 64? I wasn't sure of my age. I just wondered if anybody else had that. You might be 62.
Well, you not remembering your age, before I go back on this, a couple of weeks ago, I was having a Saturday afternoon doze, and I dreamt that I was 64. And I woke up in terror, going, oh my God, I had a dream that I was 64. And then I went, oh my God, I am 64.
Oh no.
So I'm doing the same as you, Cathy, just in dreamland. I can't remember my age.
I just checked the math. I really am 57. I just, I need to.
Oh, yay!
Yeah, confirmed.
Anyway, so I do. I look in that mirror and go, okay, well, another day I'll look again. But what I use, and I find this really, really helpful, because my mother was almost 96 when she died 4 years ago. And, she was very wrinkled at 96. But before she got paralyzed, she ran her own home, a pristine home, pristine garden, drove her own car without a scratch on it. She'd go all around the village she lived in, and everybody almost heralded her like the queen. She had that presence. She was the one that would always never go out without making sure she was pristine. And one of the things that always intrigued me, and I thought that's what it's all about, is aging, is I had her eyes, she had my eyes, is that there was a youth that always shone through my mum. So people would be with her and they'd forget the wrinkles. They'd forget that she was 96, and all they saw was this vibrant, young personality and energy coming through. And long before she went, I went, that is what I'm going to concentrate on for the majority of the time, when I'm not looking in the mirror going, oh my God, that's terrible. When that isn't happening, I remember my mum.
Oh, thanks for that share, Janetta.
When I look in the mirror, thank you, Janetta. When I look in the mirror, I can now accept myself, because before, when I looked in the mirror, I didn't want to look in the mirror. So I kind of, it's almost, when I was younger, I looked older. And when I started waking up to who I am and just getting to know who I was, basically, I started to look in the mirror more. And I started to have a different outlook in life, like a younger, childlike essence. And it honestly, just like what BRACHA was saying, in the way that your inner essence shines out. And I believe with all my heart that our purpose is not for spirit and physical to live separately, but to join together, so we have the spiritual embodiment. So it's like they join together, and we will have this ageless body, mind, physicality, and I do believe I'm getting there, but I'm not with my body. You know why? Because I don't exercise. So I have a big tummy. It's like I've got these really nice, cute jeans and everything, it's nice size 8, 10, But when it comes to that belly, oh my God, it's unsightly. So I'm wearing big tops over the belly. So people go, oh, you're slim, aren't you? I thought, yeah, you wait until I open, wait until I lift this, you see the belly. Oh my God, honestly, I tell you, I mean, and I do it myself, because I love Yorkshire pudding. I love pasta sometimes. I'm not supposed to eat bread, but sometimes I have sourdough bread, but then I go a bit crazy. Then I think, well, don't worry, I'll work at the gym. I don't even go to the gym. I have dreams, honestly. I have dreams of going to the gym, and I actually think I've done a workout when I wake up. Then I look at the room and I realize, no, it was a dream. So that's where I'm at.
Hey, if you don't feel any better, I don't work out either. And do you know what I have for breakfast every morning?
No.
Pie. Probably pies. And I don't really care. I don't care because it makes me happy. And it goes great with coffee.
Oh my gosh.
While my husband is off at the gym, I'm like, I go out on the front porch with him, and I wave goodbye, give him a kiss goodbye, and then I go in and have a piece of pie. He knows what I do. I don't really care. I don't care. And it's usually like a great icebox chocolate pie, with Cool Whip on it this thick, I don't really care. I'm happy.
I know I'm doing something wrong, because I gave up caffeine, I gave up sugar. I don't eat this. I do intermittent fasting every day for 15 or 16 hours. Okay, moving on to Mariska. Mariska and Justina. Go ahead, Mariska, tell us. Mirror or no mirror?
Mirror or no mirror? Well, mine doesn't speak like the one in, was it Cinderella? Which is good, because I'm not too sure what it would say. I do know that my uncle once told me when I was little, there's a man in his mirror that tells him that he looks fabulous. And then he would try and look around the mirror because, well, he wanted to see how fabulous he was looking because there was just the old guy staring back at him. So, yes, that's most probably what happens to some of us, we're lucky. For me, looking in the mirror, I won't say I avoid the mirror. I think I look in the mirror when I need to make sure that everything is in the right place before I leave the house. Putting on makeup, that type of thing. For the rest of it, I don't really bother too much with the mirror. I think, Cathy, to your point, if I put on weight, I'll know I put on weight, right? My jeans doesn't quite close the way it's supposed to, or stuff doesn't fit the way it's supposed to. And my mom gave me really good advice when I was still a teenager. She said, whatever it is that you buy for clothing, so if you've grown up and you a size 8 or 10 or whatever it is that you end up being, stick to that, right? And then just keep yourself so that you can always fit into that. And you should be fine. I was like, oh, that's easy. Yeah, right. And it's worked so far. I still have jeans that I bought when I was a teenager that I can wear, which, yeah, it worked.
I love it.
The food goes up and down and all the rest, and sometimes I eat good stuff and sometimes not so good stuff, but it is more about what does this do to my body? Is it working? Is it not working? And then going from there. So, yeah, that's me.
Thank you, Mariska.
Oh, I love
Love
that.
it. Justina, over to you.
Yeah, I can say that my mirror sometimes speaks, and I ask it, mirror, mirror on the I am my mother after all. I think that when I was growing up, I didn't realize, and I don't think even my siblings, we didn't realize just how much I look like my mother until now. So every time I look in the mirror, I see my mother. I now see my mother and how she looked. But also, I do not feel disconnected to my soul. When I look in the mirror, I see myself and I carry my soul with me. And of course, they have said that I know people get worried about aging, but the opposite of aging is dying young. For as long as you live, any little longer that you live, you are going to age. But although that we are going to age in terms of the number of years that we have lived on this earth, I don't know whether other people feel this, but in each one of us, there's a certain age that kind of locks in you. Some people, even when they become, like they say, some people are young old at 9, other people are young at 90. So there's a certain age that kind of locks in on you. For some people, they would forever be like 18 and behave like that and feel like that. And I think I feel about 21. I know I do have some responsibilities. I've had children, I've got people to look after, the young people that I mentor, the ones I have to find scholarships and all these responsibilities. But left to myself, I think I feel I'm 21, and the things that used to excite me at 21 still excite me even at this age. I do not do Botox, and I think it's because the texture of my skin is not too prone to wrinkles. So the best that I do for myself is perhaps to just go to a spa, a sauna or steam room. That is enough for me. And just little cream on my face, that is enough for me. I do not have to work very hard on my skin to make it look the way it looks now. So of course, when I look in the mirror, I am happy. I am happy to see myself. I'm also happy to see my mother in me. So I am happy when I look in the mirror, and I carry my soul with me wherever I go.
Oh, that's beautiful. Thank you. And you know what? I wish that every one of us would love what they see when they look in the mirror. I mean, I joke, I have a magnifying mirror. I think, you know, when I saw that it was, you can't get higher than 25, it's like, no, what about 50 times? Because my guilty pleasure is tweezing. I'm obsessed with tweezing. I'll go in between shows. I'm like, sometimes I'm like, oh, I'm on the air. I hope they don't see me. It's like constantly tweezing. So I need, so you know what's the funny thing? Sometimes I'll draw blood. Like you'll see I have things on my face. It's like, what happened? I tweezed too much.
Oh my gosh.
I've been doing it since I was in college. Just long story short, I was in the car. I was with my boyfriend, who of course was cheating with me with the barmaid, but I didn't know it. And at a red light, he looked over and he said, do you know you have this like long black hair coming out of your neck? And I was like, what? So I pulled down the thing. I was like, oh, I do, a long black hair. So then I started getting more of them. I started tweezing everything. I started shaving my neck. I started shaving my face. I was like in a state of shock. I don't do waxing, so I'm improvising. All right, there you have it. And I brush my teeth 5 times a day. I floss. I use that pick thing. I use mouthwash 5 times a day.
The sparkling pearlies, your teeth, Dr. Jacalyn.
I take very good care of them. Yeah, so now you know all my secrets. Everyone's speechless.
Well, Dr. Jacalyn, when you mentioned that you have this mirror that goes 25 times, you do realize that one of the advantages of us growing older is that we lose our eyesight to a degree. And that is for the reason of not seeing all those things. So don't magnify it.
Okay, so wait, I have to put this out there. Haven't you ever been with someone you're at a business meeting or whatever, and you see they have like nose hair peeking out, or they've got like ear hair, or they've got a random hair, and you think, hello, don't you have a magnifying mirror? You know, this way you're protecting yourself from someone else saying that about you. Don't you see it?
Yeah, that makes sense. But if the hair's not bothering me, I'm not so worried about it, really.
I don't know. Listen, I know I need help. It's all right.
That's a phobia. That's a hair phobia.
No, I just think it's an obsessive compulsion.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
I think it all stems from the boyfriend. That's what I think, from that guy.
I think so too.
That's it.
I think
You know
so.
what? You need to go back in a dream, go back and turn it round so that he's the one with the thing going out of his neck.
Well, what I do with all my tweezers, though, I've got tweezers everywhere. Tweeze on the go.
Tweezers on the go.
Well, this
There's
is
probably a tweezer graveyard somewhere you can.
I do want to share this before we close out. I saw on Instagram that one of the celebrities, I'm not going to mention her name, she's been evaluating different cosmetic lines by her celebrity A-listers who also have cosmetic lines. She doesn't have one per se, but anyway, she posted a picture of herself today, and there she wrote, "How do I look? No wrinkles, no this, no, you know, blah blah blah." And then she wrote, "It's not true. It's all fake. It's a filter." And I'm so tired of everybody out there thinking that all the celebrities and everybody looks outstanding. This is what I really look like. And then you went next, and that was a real picture of her. And I thought, you know what, that took real guts to do that. And I think that, at 59 and a half, having grown up the way I did, and I was always in a workforce with men. It was usually more men than it was women. And so I was in a business suit and my hair done, and I always felt like I had to carry myself a certain way. And I'm glad to see that there are people out there saying, just be who you are, just be real. You don't have to be all made up, and just feel good in your own skin. I think that's the bottom line.
Yeah, I think there's a girl participating in Miss, whether it's Miss Great Britain or Miss England, towards Miss World, and she decided to go through the pageant without any makeup at all. And I think sometimes it is good to just be yourself, and then you are really your authentic self rather than hiding behind makeup.
Yeah, I agree with you. And I meant to mention on the weekends, I'm not wearing any makeup unless I'm doing a show. You know, you're not going to see me sitting on the stairs with my mom all me. As soon as the show is over, everything comes off. I'm putting on my yoga clothes. So
yeah, but also on the other hand, somebody did say that, for example, a house, would you just rather have the blocks as they are without being plastered and painted?
yes, yeah, it's true.
Yes, so
true.
it's just natural that you want to give it yourself, just like your house, that extra touch that it looks better and attractive or enticing to other people. So there is a place, like I said in the beginning, to dress up or even to make up for the occasion, depending on what the occasion is. Like Kathy says, if she's going to see her clients, they are ill, they're this, they're that, she doesn't need to put on makeup. But for example, if she's coming to a TV show or going to the Oscars, of course she's got to put on makeup because that is what that kind of occasion demands.
Absolutely. Justina, with all the people you know, can you please get me invited to the Oscars? I want to go get dressed to the nines, ball gown, the whole deal, the gloves, the hat. Yeah, I'm just putting it out there. Please
There
contact
will
me.
be an opportunity.
Well, I want to give everybody the opportunity to let people know how to get in touch with you and who you'd like to contact you. So let's start with our guests. Let's start with BRACHA. Who should contact you and how can they reach you? And I'll put up your banner.
Oh, who should contact me? You know, if you have children that basically my books help to nourish souls. That's what it is. It's about learning how to be joyful early on in life so you don't have to play catch up the rest of your life. Those are the skills that I aim to teach in my books.
And how can we buy your books?
Yeah, my children have made up a website, getsbookshop.com, which has all my books. I mean, they're also in libraries and bookstores, but that's one easy place where you could find all my books. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Okay, let's go over to Madalene. How can people reach you and who should reach out?
Okay, thank you, Dr. Jacalyn. People that can reach out to me are people that want their soul voice awakening, people that want to find out and discover their real tangible self, find out what their mission is in life, and people who want to have a song written about them, maybe, or something. And yeah, you can find me on madalenecarolchan@gmail.com, or you can go to my website, madalene-chan.com. And yeah, I just love my reward in life is helping people to manifest from their soul heart, their soul mind, and bringing out what they truly want to achieve and manifest. That's what I'd like to do.
And Madalene is my vocal coach, and she is amazing to work with. She is so much more than just voice lessons, believe me. It's like a whole inner journey into spirituality. So thank you, Madalene. Okay, let's go over to Justina. How can people reach you and who should reach out to you?
People can reach me on all social media platforms. My social media handle is @Justina Mutale. I also have my own personal website, www.justinamutale.com. The people that should reach out to me are those on a leadership journey, those who need a little bit of nudging and perhaps coaching in how to become an effective and great leader. And also those women that kind of have limiting beliefs, that I can help them to find unshakable self-belief and also to tune into their feminine superpowers. Those are the people that should get in touch with me.
Thank you very much. And just a quick note that for all the authors here, I will be dropping the links to your latest book here in the chat for everybody. I know some of you, Bracha's got 41 books. It's going to take a long time, Bracha. So I apologize. Okay. Thank you very much. Let's go over to Janetta.
Anybody who would like to gain skills to express themselves when they're communicating from their hearts, or actually a combination of their hearts and their minds, so that they're not talking from a place of extreme judgment or fear. And you can get hold of me at theepiphanyprocess.com. And anybody who wants to be part of World Jenny's Day, either behind the scenes, or if you're a performer, if you'd like to act, dance, sing, stand on your head, whatever it is that your talent and creativity is, then contact me at worldjennysday.com.
Thank you, Janetta. And World Jenny's Day will be live streaming here on USA Global TV and Radio for 17 hours, starting at 5 a.m. East Coast time on October the 10th and ending at 10 p.m. UK time on October the 10th.
Other way around.
Other way, sorry.
Other way
Don't
around.
listen to anything I have to say. It's 5 a.m. here. Okay. 17 hours.
10 a.m. UK time and 10 p.m. Eastern time on the 10th of the 10th.
Okay, I got the first part right because I said 5 a.m. Eastern time.
10 a.m. UK, 10 p.m. New York on the 10th of the 10th.
Wow.
Okay.
All right, thank you very much.
I've got to put makeup on early then.
You better start now, Madeline.
I got to start now.
All right, Mariska, how can people reach you and who would you like to contact you?
So people can reach me via my email is the easiest, which is mariska@journey2discover.com. And people that can reach out is anybody that is in a specialist field that would like to level themselves up into leadership, or those leaders that's already in their leadership, started their leadership journey and want to continue growing within that space. That's people that I work with. And of course, I love engineers. So if you are an engineer and this sounds like something that you want to do, please get in touch.
How can they get in touch with you?
Well, email, as previously mentioned. And of course, they can also utilize LinkedIn. So for LinkedIn, you can just write me a short little message and then we can start the conversation.
All right, thank you. Remember, we're on the radio too, so people can't see the banners there. And my broadcast engineer told me we're in the top 50 in New York, so I'm pretty excited about that. Yay! Let's go over to Kathy Fulton.
So say you are sitting at home right now and you are looking around your house and you're thinking, I hate my kitchen, I hate my bedroom, I hate my family room, or just pick any room that you hate or you hate the whole thing and you need some help. So pick up the phone and give me a call. That's the best way to reach me because I actually answer my phone. That number is 703-895-3798. Also, if you are an elderly person and you have decided that I do not ever want to go to an assisted living facility, I want to age in place, pick up the phone and call me because I can provide a live-in caregiver for you. And so same number, or you can also email me. I'm at kathyfulton1965@gmail.com, and that's Kathy with a C.
Kathy with a C. Okay, thank you. This has been a fun show. Thank you all for being here and for being so animated and just letting it all hang out, telling us how you feel. I really do appreciate it. So we're signing off. That's our last show for today. We'll be back tomorrow with Kathy Fulton, Aging Gracefully at 9 a.m. Eastern time, which is what time in UK? 2 p.m. 2 p.m. 2 p.m. BST, 3 p.m. CET.
2 p.m.
2 p.m. I've got 6 p.m. all the time on my mind. 1 p.m. 1 p.m. 6 p.m.
All right, we'll see you tomorrow while they figure it out. Bye, everyone. Bye.
Bye. Bye, ladies. Bye.